Yeah, that's what you respect. Man, that's the way God is coming.
He going crazy, man.
Hey, my car got there?
Which one? This nigga here. You know, though, get money. It's all good.
One question before I go, Tom. Do you think a college kid needs a Phantom, like a Rolls Royce?
Nah, hey, no, it's not a Phantom. It's a Rolls Royce Cullinan.
I think he needs to get his ass in the film room and spend as much time in there as possible.
Thank you,
less
Tom.
time in the car and more time in the film room.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that.
And I seen you have one too, Tom. Don't think I seen.
I was just a rental. Hey, I had a few bucks in my pocket at that point. I'll tell you some car stories when we're together next time.
Tom Brady's laugh is usually warm, almost disarming. But in the clip that just resurfaced, the GOAT's grin turns razor sharp. He stares straight into his phone and fires a verbal dart at Colorado quarterback Shedeur Sanders. Get out of that Rolls and into the film room, young man. The room cracks up, except Shedeur, whose smile freezes. That 30-second exchange, filmed last year in Coach Prime's office, has exploded again because of one searing rumor that the college star turned Cleveland Browns draftee just dropped $500,000 on a custom Rolls-Royce, complete with Browns orange pinstripes. But how did a single luxury car ignite a firestorm that now drags in Tom Brady, Deion Sanders, NFL talk shows, and the very future of a rookie signal caller? Buckle up, because the ride is wilder than any Rolls could deliver. The rumor began the way most modern controversies do, with an 8-second vlog clip. Deion Sanders Jr., affectionately known as Bucky, was touring an exotic car garage for his YouTube channel. The camera swung past an olive green Rolls-Royce Cullinan trimmed in screaming orange accents. "That's Shedeur's joint," someone off-screen joked. The internet did what it always does. It screen grabbed, stitched, and sent the moment into orbit. Within hours, hashtag Rolls-Royce Shedeur was trending, accompanied by every hot take imaginable. Feeds filled with side-by-side photos, the $500 K price tag, a rookie salary chart, and a question: priorities? Some fans applauded the flex, calling it the ultimate NIL victory lap. Others blasted it as tone-deaf, while Cleveland's depth chart is stacked 4 quarterbacks deep. Talk radio lines lit up from Denver to Boston. Then, just as the outrage peaked, Coach Prime himself stepped to the mic. At a post-practice scrum, sunglasses on, voice calm, but razor sharp, Deion delivered the punchline. "That story's cap. My son didn't buy that car, period." He flashed a grin that suggested equal parts amusement and irritation. Shedeur doubled down, minutes later on X, typing 9 words that traveled just as fast as the rumor. Another lie. I'm focused on my team, not a car purchase. But internet fires rarely extinguish themselves. Instead, the denial poured gasoline on a separate blaze already smoldering, the Tom Brady clip. Rewind to the original
One question before I
FaceTime.
go, Tom. Do you think a college kid needs a Phantom, like a Rolls Royce?
Nah, hey, no, it's not a Phantom. It's a Rolls Royce Cullinan.
I think he needs to get his ass in the film room and spend as much time in there as possible.
Thank you,
less
Tom.
time in the car and more time in the film room.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate
And I
that.
seen you have one too, Tom. Don't think I seen.
I was just a rental. Hey, I had a few bucks in my pocket at that point. I'll tell you some car stories when we're together next time.
Deion had arranged a quick chat with Brady, hoping the 7-time champ could sprinkle some wisdom on his son. Prime opens with playful urgency. "Tom, do you think a college kid needs a Phantom, like a Rolls Royce?" Brady pauses, chuckles, and then drops the hammer. "I think he needs to get his ass in the film room and spend a little less time in the car." Everyone laughs, except Shedeur, whose side-eye could slice marble. At the time, the moment felt like harmless barbershop banter. Fast forward to now, the same words feel prophetic. Sports Illustrated revives the clip with a headline that stings. Tom Brady warned Shedeur. Did he listen? Fans flock to comment sections, quoting Brady like scripture. Memes show the GOAT handing Shedeur a dusty VHS labeled "Game Tape, watch me." For the first time in Shedeur's meteoric rise, from Jackson State phenom to Colorado headliner to 5th-round Browns pick, the narrative slips out of his hands. Inside the Sanders camp, tension bubbles beneath the swagger. Deion has always balanced fatherly pride with ruthless honesty. Remember, this is the Hall of Famer who benched Shedeur mid-scrimmage last spring for missing a blitz read. To outsiders, the Rolls-Royce fiasco looks like the ultimate test of that balance. Privately, sources say Coach Prime was furious, not about a car, but about optics. In NFL circles, perception can tackle you harder than any linebacker. The timing only sharpens the stakes. Shedeur slid to pick 144 in April's draft, landing in a Cleveland quarterback room already stuffed with Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, and third-rounder Dylan Gabriel. Analysts like Daniel Oyefusi framed the slide as a wake-up call. Scouts questioned whether NIL wealth had dulled Shedeur's legendary work ethic. Cue the Rolls rumor, and that narrative writes itself. One radio host quipped, "He's QB4, but first on the valet line." The joke stung because it felt plausible. Tom Brady, meanwhile, didn't push the clip back into obscurity. When asked on a recent podcast about the viral resurgence, Brady stuck to the script that built his empire. Talent is rented. The rent is due every day. If a nice car keeps you from paying that rent, sell the car. That sentence rocketed through highlight shows, a soundbite too perfect to ignore. Brady's perspective is rooted in lived experience. Drafted 199th overall, he drove a rust-speckled 00 Audi A6, more duct tape than paint during his rookie season. He slept at the Patriots facility some nights, flipping the projector on until sunrise. The contrast with a $500,000 SUV couldn't be clearer. And sports culture loves a morality tale. Yet, the story isn't one-dimensional. Shedeur didn't grow up in anonymity. He's a product of Prime's neon spotlight, a generation swimming in NIL money, TikTok fame, and instant brand deals. Luxury cars and custom jewelry aren't outliers. They're cultural currency. That disconnect fuels a deeper debate. Has college football's cash wave blurred the line between earned and entitled success? ESPN panels wage nightly battles over that question. Coaches from Nick Saban to Lane Kiffin have blasted the free agency vibe. And now, Tom Brady's clip becomes Exhibit A in their arguments. But Shedeur isn't folding. Reports from Browns OTAs describe him arriving before sunrise, staying after practice, peppering veteran Joe Flacco with questions. Cameras caught him walking to the facility in sweats and flip-flops, no rolls in sight. One teammate joked to local media, "Dude's car might be worth more than our whole receiver room, but he hasn't mentioned it once." Still, the noise persists because the stakes are massive. Cleveland didn't draft Shedeur for a practice squad role. They invested in upside. Yet NFL windows slam shut quickly. If he fails to crack the 53-man roster, critics will circle back to the phantom roles and nod knowingly. As for Deion, he's playing chess. In a recent live stream, he addressed the fiasco head-on. "Look, we work hard, we play hard, but we ain't stupid. That boy knows what time it is. Film first, flash later. Maybe." The quote walks a tightrope, supportive yet stern. Behind the camera, he's reportedly leveraged the controversy into motivation. Sources inside Colorado say he screens the Brady clip during quarterback meetings, pausing right after Brady's film room punchline. The message? Greatness respects greatness, and greatness speaks bluntly. Meanwhile, social media sentiment has swung like a pendulum. Early outrage gave way to curiosity, then to a grudging admiration for Shedeur's restraint. When a TikTok posted a supercut of Brady's advice spliced with Shedeur's laser-focused practice reps, comments shifted. Maybe he really is listening. Sports marketers smell opportunity. A Detroit-based car care brand reportedly offered Shedeur a 7-figure NIL deal to star in an ad where he trades a Rolls key fob for a playbook. The irony isn't lost on anyone. The echo chamber now waits for preseason. Every throw Shedeur makes, every second he lingers at the facility, every vehicle he drives off the lot will feed the storyline. If he climbs the depth chart, Brady's words become the spark that lit a redemption arc. If he falters, the Rolls narrative hardens into cautionary lore. And what about Brady? He's prepping for his first season in the broadcast booth. But insiders say he's kept the line of communication open. One confidant claims Brady texted Shedeur 3 simple words after the rumor erupted: ignore, prove, dominate. In the end, we're left with a collision of eras. A 47-year-old icon forged in tape rooms and battered sedans squares off, philosophically at least, against a 22-year-old prodigy whose generation measures clout in zeros and chrome. The battleground is attention, and the prize is legacy. So, what happens next? Training camp snaps, preseason box scores, maybe even a cameo of Shedeur hopping into something far less flashy than a Rolls. One thing's certain. The cameras will keep rolling, the pundits will keep talking, and Tom Brady's no-nonsense mantra will hover like a guardian. Or a ghost. Because whether the Rolls-Royce was ever really his, or just a viral misunderstanding, Shedeur Sanders now carries it everywhere, in every headline, every comment thread, and every whispered question in the Browns' locker room. Film room or showroom? The clock is ticking, the film room entrance is open. And for Shedeur Sanders, the next drive, on the field, not the freeway, might define the rest of his career. So tell me, viewers, would you trade the keys for a playbook if the GOAT demanded it? Or do you believe a new generation can juggle both shine and grind? Drop your take below, because this saga is far from the final whistle.